Moving on to maybe the kind of most underrated game of the weekend in my mind. You have the Denver Broncos plus 130 on the money line heading to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Chargers are going to be 3-point favorites. Over under is 45.5 and minus 150 for the Chargers on the money line. And look, we're one leverage call away from this being 2-0 versus 2-0. Obviously, that's not the case. You know, leverage does exist, whether you agree with the rule or not. Even Sean Payton came out and said, look, we messed up. That was on us. It is what it is, but it's still a rough way to lose. But Raider Jim, your thoughts, Broncos heading to the Chargers.
Yeah, like I said, we have Khalil Mack, questionable. I don't think he's going to play.
He's out.
He's out.
He has been placed on IR today, but the injury was not near as bad as expected. There were a lot of people who said he broke his arm. It's a dislocated elbow, and I believe 5 to 6 weeks, which again, compared to the people were saying he was out the entire year.
Yeah.
Probably best case scenario. I mean, best case scenario is no injury, but placed on IR, I think week 7 or 8 is when he'll be eligible, but definitely out for the foreseeable future.
You know, though, they have the hockey mentality, it seems like, on the Chargers, where they're going to be able to shuffle people in and out, even if he was starting full time. They just have the bodies right now. The defense for the Chargers is legit, and that's what's going to keep them in this game. Denver offense, they're right there with scoring the first 2 games. I think they've actually scored 1 more point than the Chargers. So we're going to see what happens against this Charger defense. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tight one. But I think when all is said and done, give me a half a point. Give me the Chargers minus 2.5 on this one. I think it's going to go down to the last minute. And give me the under on this one, 45.5. I don't think it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, I think the Broncos offense, it's kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard or had a car that has like a kind of an old or faulty power steering belt. You start it up and it screams for like 30 seconds. And people are looking at you funny and you're just like, eventually it'll stop. Just don't worry. The car will drive. Like, I know it sounds bad. Sorry to all my neighbors at 4 a.m, but it's going to stop eventually. It's kind of how I feel with Denver's offense. Eventually, they're going to get rolling. Sean Payton, Bo Nix, I think they're both good enough to get things under control. But you mentioned it. As beautiful as that throw was from Justin Herbert and what you've seen out of Justin Herbert, both through the air and mainly on the ground, he is kind of turning into a sneaky dual threat quarterback. You might need to start spying this guy. But I think the Chargers defense is right behind the Packers as the best defense in all of football. Obviously, the Khalil Mack injury does hurt. But on the opposite side of that, and I apologize to all my Samoan fans out there. I'm not very good with those names. Tulu, he played at USC. You don't even want me to try his first name. But he's kind of the opposite of Mack on that edge. I really like him. My only question is, how's he going to kind of deal with now? Maybe he gets the double teams rather than Mack. Was he getting a lot of those sacks because Mack was getting so much attention? But at the end of the day, I'm riding with you. I mean, this is the same thing, right? 3-point spread. Brandon's going to buy a half a point. It's just a matter of there's a plus or a minus on the side of it. Give me the Chargers minus 2.5. I can very easily see Dicker, the kicker, coming out, kicking a field goal, giving the Chargers a 20-17 win. I feel like that's the third game I've said is going to finish 20-17. I don't know. But so give me the Chargers minus 2.5 and under the 45.5. I think you got 2 really good defenses. And even though the Chargers offense seems to have made bigger strides, there is an elephant in that offensive room. And it's not a negative one. Well, it is, but it's not, it's teachable. And unfortunately, Omario Hampton has made 2 rookie mistakes back-to-back weeks. We saw it week 1 where he ran out of bounds towards the end of the first half, gave Kansas City an opportunity to kick a field goal. And then last week, again, it didn't matter. Neither of them technically mattered, But that late fumble, when it's like, okay, we just got to take 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, and then boom, he fumbles. That's something eventually. I don't know when, but if that continues, that will cost the Chargers a game down the road. I don't think it's this one, though. Give me the Chargers -2.5, under 45.5.